Hi butterflies, what's up and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are back in the Sims 4. We are finally building this witch tree house. So this was an idea I had actually a while ago. It's kind of been on my to build list, but I wasn't exactly sure how to pull it off. And keep in mind, this didn't exactly go with my vision that I originally had, but my visions aren't always right. So I just want to say before I start this video, I am so sorry for missing some uploads. I think I've basically missed most of October, and I am so sorry for that. The first week of October, I pre-recorded so much. I think I had about 15 hours in The Sims just from that 1 week. If you don't know, that is a lot of hours. Um, and then, I was pre-recorded, I was gamed out, and then the Real High update dropped, and I was up till basically forever. Nah, not forever. It was up till 2 a.m. In trying to get into private servers and get that video out for y'all. So yeah. Anyway, so I am so sorry I've missed. I just needed a break, y'all. So yeah, now I'm back. I have a giant build coming. I am going to be building a giant dark academia style school. I can't even do it all in one sitting. I currently have I don't even know. I have a lot of recording time over that school. That is eventually coming, but I think I'm going to wait a little bit before I upload that video. So alright, enough about the pre-recording. I'm just sorry that I missed uploads. Alright, so as you can see, here's the kitchen. I ended up using the counters from Rumble Magic because they fit the aesthetic so well. Also, I really didn't realize how much space I was using until it was gone. Also, this house could probably qualify for a tiny house if you that kind of thing. But yeah, so I try to keep with main colors, so purple and white and black. So this house was actually based off of Sim, which I don't do very often. She's a teenage Sim and she lives alone. Her parents are dead, as most of my teenage Sims happen, because I love to build teenagers in The Sims. Um, anyway, so her parents are dead and she lives alone in a giant witch tree house. So that is the story on that. And all of her outfits are either white or black or purple. So I was kind of trying to keep a theme with that in mind. And she has a cat named Moonstone, and the cat is literally the cutest part of the build. So, yeah. Anyway, so now I'm working on the living room. One of my favorite things about this build is it kind of mixes all of the items in one area. I use a lot of Island Living, Realm of Magic, and I think I used a little bit of Tiny Living. But yeah, it was mostly Island Living and Realm of Magic. I try to have the cottagey feel, but just more modern, if you know what I mean. Eventually I will build a witch cottage. But not today. I wanted to make it modern and make it look pretty, which is why I had those open-ended windows. So yeah. I wanted her to be right outside. So, I had a lot of fun playing with this color scheme. It took me forever to find the right theme for this living area. But then eventually I found it and I just kind of rolled with it. I think the living area and the kitchen, open floor plan, is probably my favorite part of this entire build. Also, the bedroom is not that decorated. It is extremely small. What is it? 4 by 4. So that is 16 tiles. That is very, very small for a bedroom. Well, in bedrooms I build, of course. So I really wanted to I probably should have put a dresser in there at least. I don't know. But yeah, so you might have already seen this build on Instagram, but probably not. By the time this video goes up, it's likely not going. It's already going to be out on Instagram. So just FYI there. Also, small bathroom again, 4 tiles. I kind of suck at building big bathrooms, so we're just gonna go with the 4 tiles. Um, like there isn't even enough room for a sink in there. Um, she can use the one in the kitchen, which I know it's kind of gross, but at the same time, it's the only way I was gonna be able to fit that there. So just FYI. Um, Anyway, so I definitely played with color schemes a lot, and then I decided to go with like a white dish color, which you'll see me change in a sec. And then I decided I was going to change the balcony. Now, originally, keep in mind my my sim is a spellcaster, which is why there's lots of realm of magic. I probably should call this video Spellcaster Cottage. Um, I don't know. But basically, she is a spellcaster, and I wanted to show that. So she has this little witchy area outside, and it is probably my favorite part of the whole house. Um, it has like a little cauldron. Oh yeah, I also ended up messing with the floor plan. I decided I didn't need a wraparound porch, which is why I had to like go through and like hand pick everything. I probably could have just clicked on the actual porch and pressed add floor, but I was an idiot and didn't realize it. So, I floored this all by myself. But as I was saying, it has a little cauldron and like it's just so cute, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It is my favorite part of the house, I think. Anyway, so yeah. Also, this build took me a while. Normally, like a normal renovation will take me about what, an hour, hour and a half. I know that doesn't seem like long, which is why my videos are also so short, is because uh, they were so short because like it really, like, renovations do not take me a lot of time, okay? But like regular builds like this take me about 3 hours, and this one was about 4.5. Also keep in mind that I had to like stop and come back, which like it was a whole mess. I like to do builds in all one sitting, and it was just, it sucks so much when I had to like get up and stop and then come back, which is why you see cuts in the footage, which I'm sorry about. But yeah. Also, the roofing on this house is so weird. I'm not even gonna lie. I am so sorry about this. I suck at roofing. Like, I just suck at building in The Sims. Why am I a building channel? I need to be like a gameplay channel. I suck at building. I suck at building. But yeah, as I was saying, this roof is so weird. I honestly should have just left it flat, but I didn't want to leave it like that. So you'll see it gets worse, okay? I know it might not seem like it does, but it does. But yeah, so here I started on the little witchy area. This is, as I said before, my favorite area that I think I have ever done before. It is super, super cute. It has a little cauldron and a little table with some potions on it. I did have to search for a few items. But yeah, so basically it's a little table, and on that table there's a whole bunch of potions. I literally 10 minutes just to figure out what potions I was gonna put on the table, because I was scrolling through debug. And I love debug items. They add like a context to the build, which makes me happy. But it kind of sucks. They need to be organized. I need to download that build mod. You know, the one that organizes all of the Sims 4 build items. Anyway, so I literally spent a good 10 minutes setting on which potions I was gonna put down. Like, I put in so much detail into like this one area, but the bedroom is so bare. Like, Lucy, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? Anyway, so I put a little apothecary cabinet. I'm not exactly sure if I'm saying that wrong. I am so sorry. And then like a witchy cabinet over there. Also, it looks really cool. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen these. but the potions when you're in live mode give out an essence, like a little shape comes out of the tube of it, and it looks super cute. Um, I don't care what anybody says. I love occults. Occults are I love to build for occults. Like the stuff from vampires and rebel magic are such good items. And like people just write them off because they're like, well, I don't like the occults. I'm like, I like occults. Give me more. Which is why I basically own like Island Living, Realm of Magic, Vampires, Tiny Living, like, yeah. Anyway, so keep in mind that my sim is a teenager, so she still has to go to school, but she's going to a special like dark academia school, which that build is coming later this month, and so I did want to give her like a desk. Um, Also, I probably should mention she also has a cat. I think I've already said that, but yeah, she has a cat named Moonstone, and I put all of these items down. I spent 1,000 simoleons, or what is that? 300 simoleons on a cat feeder. And I realized cats can't climb ladders, which is literally the most unrealistic thing ever. And what I hate about it is like the Sims can't like pick up the cat and bring them upstairs, which just like sucks. Cause I'm like, cats climb, like they climb, they climb, like, ugh. This bug, it just bugs me so much because I'm like, out of all the animals in The Sims 4, cats are literally the only animals that could probably climb. So like I literally did all this, and then when I went to go play, I only played for like 5 minutes because I had to go. I had another function that I had to go do. Um, like I literally played for 5 minutes, and then I realized like the cat couldn't get up the stairs, so I had to move like the dog, the cat bowl, and the cat pet down to like the little area downstairs, which it's not. I think it's uploaded that way in the gallery. By the way, this build will be on the gallery. You can find me on the gallery under Blueberry Sims 45, or you search Witch Treehouse. I'm sure it'll come up. Yeah. So now I'm working on a little pathway. Now, originally I was just gonna leave it at this, but then I was like, I've got some time to kill, so I'm going to build more. I'm not really sure if I executed this the way I wanted, like the garden. Um, the house is pretty accurate to what I had like in my head, except it doesn't have a dining table. But you can't have everything. But it's pretty accurate. The garden, I don't like to garden, let's be honest. I hate landscaping. I hate all of it. And I was trying to figure it out, and I could not figure it out. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. I could not figure it out for the life of me, so I changed like the garden like 6 or 7 times. I wouldn't be surprised if like this lot value goes up because of that. And I was trying to like, as you can see, originally I was gonna do like a tree, but the tree wouldn't fit in the area. So like I ended up just doing hedges, and then like a little garden area next to that. And then I ended up building a sunroom, which you'll see in a sec. And before you ask, no, there are no lights in it. It can only be used in the daytime when it's called a sunroom that way, so it'll work like a sunroom. There's no lights in it. So, also I put on hedges. Now I know this is kind of like a weird build, but the thing I hate most is like like the world that comes with Realm of Magic, Glimmerbrook. They don't have streets in Glimmerbrook. So what sucks is like people will randomly walk by your plot, and I wanted a way to like keep everyone out and show like, oh yeah, this is like my plot, you're not allowed to come on here. And I think it's just autonomously, which I hate. But yeah, so this like really majorly bugged me because it was, oh my god. And like they'll walk by, and they'll just like walk by, and like I swear mine was during the 5 minutes I play tested this build. Somebody like came within 3 feet of my plot, and I was trying to get screenshots, And I was literally about to scream because I'm like, walk on the street. But they won't walk on the street. They're gonna walk on the like the little path right there. So, just so you know, if you see random people outside your plot, I don't think they'll actually go on your plot, but just be aware that they're around. I also built a garden because part of like the spellcaster trait is like you have to garden a lot to get your spellcaster points. Keep in mind the spellcaster lot. What is that called? Um, the when you level up as a spellcaster, part of the thing you have to do is you have to build or garden with magical seeds. So I put some down, and I figured like my sim isn't really doing anything besides schoolwork. Like she can always um work. Like yeah. Anyway, this build I don't think the landscaping turned out exactly as I imagined it, but I still think it turned out like well, if you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, so and then yeah. Anyway, this was a weird build. Um, I'm excited for the giant school. It's going to have a lot of dark academia aesthetic, if you know what I mean. Um, and it has literally been taking me forever, which is why I have not like said anything about it yet. Is because I'm not even sure if this build is going to be finished by the end of the month. It is that big, and it's taken me that long, and it's built on a 64 by 64 lot. So the biggest lot I have. And it's basically going to be like a magic school for vampires, and more. Cause yeah. Also, I wanted to do something to fill this empty space on the plot. So I decided that I was going to build like a real, like I wasn't sure exactly what I had in mind, but I'm like, hey, then I could build the sunroom. And keep in mind, I built the sunroom like at the front of the plot, and it looked weird, so I moved it back and like rotated it. Like I was trying to figure out a place where I could put it and like it not be too huge, if you know what I mean. Cause that, as you can see, the balcony, in the tree house. I'm calling it a tree house. It's more like a standing cottage or a raised cottage. Kind of like meets the sunroom, which it's weird, which is why I moved it. One of the reasons I moved it back is because it looked so weird and I didn't want to risk it. So, also keep in mind with this sunroom is that it only works in the daytime. There are no lights in it. So, it will only work at certain times of the day. Keep that in mind. But yeah, so it follows the same aesthetic as the cottage, except there's musical instruments because my sim, wants to be a musician and I didn't have any room for it in the main, um, treehouse slash cottage. I probably should have made the treehouse bigger looking back. I probably should have. I really should have, shouldn't I? Um, but yeah, so there's a bunch of musical instruments and there's a sitting area and a cat tree. So I think the cat's gonna stay on the ground. Or Moonstone. I should be calling cat Moonstone. Moonstone is literally the cutest cat I think I've ever made in The Sims. Because she's got like one blue eye and one purple eye. And she's just so cute. I love her. Uh, I think Moonstone's gonna be a ground cat, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so then I put a little cat tree because I figured I might as well have something for the cat because like she has like a food ball, a pet bed, and that's about it, and she can't even reach it. So at this point I still hadn't figured out like the cat can't go upstairs. So I decided to like literally during the 5 minutes I play tested, that's literally where the cat hung out. So yeah, alright, so here I'm doing the sitting area, except it is a reverse version of the thing we already had, if that makes sense. So like in the hold on, I gotta think through my words for a sec. Basically, it's reverse of what is upstairs. So this one has a black couch and a white fireplace. The one upstairs has a black fireplace and a white couch. So as you can see here, I am changing the lighting and it looks much easier. Like you can see in it much easier. So just so you know, it is a sunroom. It only works certain times of the day. So it should work pretty much if you're just outside. Just you can't use it at night. So yeah. Anyway. That's basically the build. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to check out my bio because I will link the all my socials. So basically the place where all my builds go before they get uploaded to YouTube. The place, yeah. And my Discord server where you can come hang out with me. I'm pretty active on Discord, so make sure you go check that out. And yeah, I will see y'all in the next one. Hopefully that will be the giant dark academia school that I'm building. But yeah, so make sure you check out the description, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!